Hello, Internet. I honestly didn't think I would be making another video, but about this sort of thing. But I think I'm just gonna go with it. Why not make a vlog? Because times are changing, as the song goes. So I do want to apologize beforehand about yesterday's video if it was a little bit too frantic and maniac stuff, because I did kind of spend up all night watching the presidential election. I'm sorry, and it did actually work on my mind quite a bit, both in good ways and bad ways. In but it is justifiable, for any of us to be either excited or worried or anything in between. I'm actually, again, it's not an anger thing. This is more like reactionary rather than, anything else. So let's start talking about what I was saying the other day, though. Okay, about how I blame social justice warriors for why Donald Trump is going to be our president. Okay, and that opinion has not changed. Okay, I do believe that social justice warriors have to take this time to reflect upon themselves, to wonder what exactly went wrong. And the best way to do that is to look in a mirror. Okay? And this isn't coming from a white privilege thing. I am the furthest thing from being privileged, okay? I live in Chester, Pennsylvania, one of the worst towns to live in, okay? Crime rate in Chester, Pennsylvania is one of the craziest things out there, okay? Poverty is out of control, and I'm not saying all of Chester's bad, okay? There's a lot of good people in Chester, but, the situation surrounding Chester is not exactly ideal, It's a town that has been in very big decline for a very long time, and it's just starting to get better, but it's slow. So, this isn't coming from I'm a multimillionaire. This isn't a white privilege thing. That's not the case. Okay? That's why I hate a lot of social justice warriors saying, oh, I'm a privileged white male and I'm ashamed, blah, 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 blah. No. You don't win the argument by saying that kind of crap. No. You are not privileged. Nobody is privileged. The only people who are privileged are the people who run the country. Okay? Hillary Clinton was frickin' privileged, and yet you kind of didn't see that because you were more focused on her being a woman rather than her actually kind of being from the elite. She is the elite party, even more than Donald Trump. Even more than Donald Trump. And here's the thing about Donald Trump, okay? Say what you will about the guy, is that he made himself better than he was. Okay, yeah, sure, he didn't exactly come from humble origins. But at the same time, though, he still made a name for himself. Okay, you could say everything you want about Donald Trump, about how he's hateful, how he's racist, how he's homophobic, blah, 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 blah. The fact of the matter is that he made a name for himself. He made a name for himself, and he was consistent in what he said for the most part. Okay? And that's the one thing I think, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, is the reason why he is going to be our next president, is that he actually had a freaking platform. Hillary Clinton didn't have jack, diddly, or squat except for, I'm a woman, vote for me. Okay, you're not going to become the first female president by having that kind of approach. No. If you want to be the next president of the United States and you're a woman, you're going to have to change your entire game. Don't just say, I didn't become president because I'm a woman. Say, I didn't become president because I'm a woman. It's because, yeah, my policies were not good. Okay, and Hillary Clinton was not going to be a great president. Let's face it, America. Okay, and again, this is coming from somebody who identifies as liberal, who identifies as feminist for the most part, although illegatorian, I believe is the word. Sorry for misspeaking that. Somebody do correct me about that. Sorry about that. But egalitarian. Sorry. But that's the thing. A lot of hardcore feminists out there are really making things bad for people who are of a more moderate, gender equality thing. And yeah, I am for gender equality. I do believe a woman can be president. It just wasn't Hillary Clinton. Okay, it just wasn't her. It's going to be somebody else. It wasn't going to be Hillary Clinton, you know. And we have to take a look at who Hillary Clinton was. And yes, do face the facts. She wasn't exactly an ideal person. Okay? She was not an ideal candidate. And we have to face facts with that. And I'm coming from this from a Bernie Sanders point of view. Okay? And it's not just because I'm a liberal. I do actually agree a lot with Bernie Sanders, and there's a lot I disagreed with the guy on. But I was actually pulling for him. If he was able to break that, thing with the Democrats and actually overcome that and actually get in, I probably would have voted this election. That's why I didn't vote. And yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, you didn't vote? You voted for Donald Trump. No, I didn't vote for anybody. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. I didn't vote for anybody. I voted with my conscience by not voting. Okay. Maybe I should have gone Libertarian. Maybe I should have gone Green Party. No. No, 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 no. No. It's not time for that yet. Let Donald Trump do what he's going to do. And then we could talk about libertarians. Okay? Maybe this is the time for that libertarian fringe to start building upon the failures that Hillary Clinton made for her campaign and her policies. Maybe it is time for that libertarian base to actually start showing some strength and some unity by taking those people who were disenfranchised by Hillary Clinton, and utilizing them to build a better platform. Again, the same thing goes with the Green Party and even the modern Whig Party. Yeah, that exists. But again, this isn't about gender politics whatsoever. This whole thing. This isn't about race, creed, or any of that. No, this all goes down to who was actually qualified to be president. And yes, it certainly isn't Donald Trump, in my opinion. But it certainly as hell wasn't going to be Hillary Clinton. I don't think either one of these candidates was qualified. Now, and the funny thing is that there's a lot about Donald Trump I do like. Okay, like I kind of hinted at before. Okay, he actually made something out of himself, and there's a lot to be admired about the guy. Okay, rather what he did or what he didn't do. There's a lot to be said about a man who has basically built himself this big, massive fan base and this big, massive campaign, and was looked at as a joke by most of America, and look where he is. Maybe we shouldn't look at fringe politics as this strange, bizarre thing. And maybe it's time to start embracing more than a two-party system. Get those other parties started. You want to go green? Go green. Go libertarian. Go Democrat. Go Republican. I don't care. And again, it's not like I'm mad or upset that Donald Trump is going to be president. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm more upset with the Democrats than I am with him. And that's a very, very funny thing to say for me, because like I said, I do identify as a Democrat, I do identify as liberal, and that all has to do with upbringing and who I am and what I believe in. In fact, there's actually something kind of liberal related I actually have in my room. Let me show you this if I can. Sorry about the mess over here. I have A Canadian flag. Look at that. Hi. Actually, there's a funny story surrounding that Canadian flag. That's why you should see it over here. I actually found that at a job I used to go to. I worked underneath the table at a bar. You know, to make a couple extra bucks here and there. Not a steady job. But when you work in a bar, you find all kinds of crazy things. You know, I found shorts, shirts, and all that. A Canadian flag is actually the strangest thing I've ever found in that bar. And it was just sitting there, nobody claimed it. And I said, you know what, it'd be kind of fun to hang that there. Because, hey, what if I did make a video and somebody said, oh, you have a Canadian flag? Oh, you're betraying America for Canada? Yeah, actually, from an ironic sense, I'm going to be hanging a flag. And to be fair, if I found an American flag hanging around in a bar, I probably would have brought that home. Heck, I probably even would have brought home a Nazi flag or a Russian flag or any of that and just hang it there, not out of pride or anything like that. Say, hey, that's a funny thing to hang up in your room. Even if it was a Nazi flag, it would have been funny, you know, considering who I am and where I come from and my upbringing. But regardless, yeah, whatever flag is hanging in the background, that does not have to do anything. I just want to shut it off. It's something amusing. But anyway, point is, I do think it's time for reflection and it's time for a do-over. So, yeah, it's time to reflect. And thank you. Bye-bye.